Hello fellow traders, this is Jeff Parks, the system architect of the Octave system. Today I want to talk about market gaps and why I say do not hold any trades over the weekend. It's really important that you don't. Just a recap of what happened in the previous week. We were long on the pound dollar, and basically Octave wrote all this up to here, and the market closed right about there. And the problem is that had you been holding your trade after the market had closed, you would have lost a lot of money. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just make an adjustment to that. See this right here? Market closed here at 44.04, but when it opened, it was way down here at 42.61, which means when the market opened up on Sunday, you'd have been out of 143 pips. You see that? So when I say do not hold trades over the weekend no matter what, please listen to me. Don't hold any trades over the weekend. It's just not worth the risk. There's a lot of things that can happen when the market's closed for that short amount of time, and you do not want to be caught red-handed. If you don't want to shut your trade down because you're not sure, at least insure your trade. I have a video on that. If you need more information about it, shoot me an email or an instant message, and I'll make sure you get that link on how to insure your trade. That way, if you turn your system back on when the market opens and you got this drop of 143 pips, you would actually made a profit on that as well. So it's important to either insure your trades or shut them down when the weekend is over, or before the market ends. Now, what else I was wanting to say was we do have a current trade. Well, no, actually it expired, but I'll still pull it up. Is on the same pair, pound dollar. Now, even though we had this huge market gap, Octave did get back into the market, but this time the system flipped around, and this time Octave got us in at 42.94. So that's right about here. Octave got us in. Okay, right about there, yeah. I'm gonna zoom out because the market's fallen so far since Octave actually got into that trade. I mean, we've literally dropped from 42.94 all the way down to 41.24 in this trade here. So yeah, Octave is like killing it again. I mean, we had a rough week last week, but that's all right. We just use our money management, follow the rules, live to fight another day. That's all there is to it. All right, so we got that going. Right now, the halo is at 111 and the polarized is 31, and the Octave bar reading is at 100. So for a chaotic market, we made money up, we're making money down. And at the current moment, we're sitting on 72 pips worth of potential profit on this particular trade right here. So I consider that an excellent day and an excellent trade for all Octave users. That's all I really wanted to say about this particular setup right here, was that, you gotta pay attention. You gotta watch things. Don't get greedy. Don't let your emotions, affect your judgment, and say, hey, I'm gonna hang on to this. I want to take a chance on what's gonna happen when the market reopens, because trust me, you don't want to be on the wrong side of that bet. It's just not worth it. Gaps can be a very tricky thing. One thing about gaps is that, like, say you read like trading literature or books and stuff like that, these so-called gurus, a lot of the times they're gonna say, oh, when you see a gap, it's a perfect setup for a trade because, the market is gonna always fill it. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. And that's the good thing about using Octave, is because Octave is very good at figuring out if it's gonna fill that gap or not. And I'm pretty sure that when this market gapped right here, people that were stuck in this trade, I'm sure they probably either A, doubled down or B, saw this gap and jumped in the market saying, hey, this sucker's gonna fly back up. But that's why it's so important to have real data on the markets to understand what the fundamental underlying condition is. And that's where Octave comes in, because Octave was able to say, hey, wait a second, this isn't gonna fill. I mean, we had the channel, which was your textbook channel, but instead of jumping in at the channel to buy, Octave went short and sold. And guess what happened? Octave made a killing for its users. So that's a good thing. I mean, I'm not trying to brag or anything like that, but I just want you to see the power in having information, having a data-driven system that looks at everything, looks at the whole. It's very, very, very important. And before I conclude this video, I just wanted to go ahead and show you the trade that I was talking about. This is the last trade we took last Friday before the market closed. And as you can see here, we were long on the pound dollar and we were buying it up. And the last rebuy entry, because Octave opened up quite a few trades on the pound dollar that day. And basically we stopped right about here. We're close to the 43.95 range when I took the screenshot. But just to show you, you know, Octave was on both sides of this trade basically. We made money going up on it. If you would have followed the rules, you would have got out before the market closed. You would have avoided a loss during the gap. And then when the market reopened, Octave reanalyzed the market. And then we shorted that sucker all the way down. So it's a win-win going both ways. But the key is follow the data, manage your money. Once in a while we're gonna have our stop outs, that's fine. But we wanna live to fight another day. So that way, when those big moves comes in, we're ready, we're lined up, we're in it to win it. So till next time, please use your stop losses, people.